It's another day, and you know what that means. It requires no equipment, and you know what that means. It's 7 o'clock somewhere, and you know what that means. It requires no dependence on anybody but yourself, and you know what that means. It's only 10 minutes, and you know what that means. And it's my brother Chris Parada's birthday. His 32nd birthday. And you know what that means. It's Wend Wellness workout time! Let's go! Let's go, baby, for the last time! It's Wend Wellness workout time! Happy today, you guys. Happy Wend Wellness workout time. So for the last one, we're going to be rocking some shoulders and we're rocking some back. Because Chris, I know you love that backpack day, so we're going to give you a good one you can enjoy here. How you guys doing today? So, you know, even though I'm all hyped up, man, so many emotions right now. I've been so honored to be a part of this for this whole year. It's been a year straight, plus 2 days now. We got the extra 2 days in for some special people, and this last day, this last very special day is for you, my brother Chris. So this one is totally for you. We'll talk more about Chris at the end. Having said that, though, it's another workout, and that's the most important thing. So let's get through these moves, get rocking and rolling. You can probably guess how much weight's in the backpack. About 20% of body weight. No surprise there. So, you know, that's for me. If you want to challenge yourself and you feel like you've been getting through these shoulder days, well, I emphasize shoulders and not back because those are more the limiting moves here because we have the lateral raise, we have the front raise, we have stuff like that. So, you know, the rows aren't as bad, right? The bent over rows, you could huck up a lot of weight with something like that. Big, powerful muscle groups. But again, if you have any shoulder issues, anything like that, keep that in mind to go a little bit lighter with your raises, right, in the backpack. First up, for that first and second round, we're going to do it all in rep fashion. So what I mean by that is you're just doing regular exercises, right? So you're going to be doing a front raise and a lateral raise. Then we're going to be bent over in a pronated grip, doing your row, tapping the ground, coming up, tapping, coming up. And what do we say about our row? Sticking the booty out, arching the back. Not like this, do your best. Now, why am I not down here? Well, the reason I'm not down here, you know, albeit it would be a nice perpendicular angle perfectly to the back, right? Where's the range of motion? So you got to find a happy medium. I kind of sit up here. This way we have some room to move the backpack, right? So first we'll do it in a pronated grip. Then we'll bring those feet a little bit tighter and we'll do it with our neutral, aka hammer grip. We'll rock that other side. Then we'll do, actually what we're going to do today, I'm so used to saying that, what we're going to do today is we're going to do one side for the whole round, right? Next round, we'll do the other side, okay? That's our first two. Third round, you're gonna do the back moves with pulses for the first half. The second half, you're gonna do holds, all right? So for those of you who are new to Wend Wellness, you're late to the ship because it's the last day. But the pulse is like this. It's just a very subtle movement at the most difficult point of tension, right? Now that's as opposed to this more full range of motion pronated row. Again, there's the difference, and your hold, of course, is just a hold, right? So for rounds 3 and 4, we'll do half pulse, half hold for the back moves. The shoulder moves stay the same because it would be very aggressive to just hold that heavy weight out there like that, right? We could, but I think we'll get more out of it. Still doing reps, people, so let's get through these moves, man. This is something else. You know, I'm very proud of everybody that's been doing this for this whole time. Even if you've only done a few a week, if you've only done a few in general, everybody that's gotten a sweatshirt for your hard work, I'm very happy to have sent you something for you doing something good for yourself, because that's what this has been about from day one. It's been about you being fully independent and doing good things for yourself. And we'll talk more at the end, but, you know, just Let's get it. Let's get it going. It's a nice day today, baby. We got a good one for the last workout. Gino, my man, what's up, baby? This is crazy. I know, this is it. Natty, what's up? Over a year of Wend Wellness. Oh, thanks, Nat. Co-CEO of Wend Wellness. Natalie Wend. We'll leave it on the top today, it don't matter. We're doing our lateral raise first. Bring it up to the side and down. "19 seconds to move. 8 total moves around because we're repeating the 4 twice for the same side. 5 seconds between each round. Going out strong, baby." Yeah. Do them again. What do you say? Lateral raise. Front raise. Bend over. Same arm. You're doing a row. Pronated grip. Reset. Neutral grip. Breaking a sweat already. Oh, yeah. Keep that back arch, right? Good job. And pronate it again. And hammer. Last one of the first circuit. Wow. This side, murdered already. Other side, lateral raise. To the front. Lateral again. Front raise. Bends over, pronated row. Hammer. Keep going, guys. Good job. These rounds are the worst. You're almost through second round. Don't give up ever. You definitely can't give up on the last day when wellness. I'm so sore. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Never matters. Never matters. We just keep going and going and going and going. Bent over. Hammer. Yeah. Oh. Other side. Lateral raise. Happy birthday, Chris. I hope you're having fun, man. We're having loads of fun here. Front raise. Lateral raise. Again. When you get tired, you swing. Not the body, the back. Front raise. Stepped on the strap there. Ah! Bent over, pronated pulse. Pronated hold. We're okay, don't worry about us. Hammer. Pulse. Hammer hold. Fight to keep your back arched. Stick your butt out. Keep the arm up. Ah! Other side, last round of Wend Wellness. What do you say? Lateral raise. Front raise. Lateral raise again. Yeah. Front. Yeah. 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 Pulse in the pronated position while rowing. Rowing and pulsing. That's all we know. Come up and hold it. Try to keep it off your body. Hammer pulse. Up and hold it. Let's go. Hold it. That's it. Great job. Fantastic job. All right, so here's what we're gonna do to finish real quick. You're gonna pick the backpack up, your other arm than the one you were just doing. You're gonna curl it 32 times. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Mm. 12 more, 11 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more for Chris. One more for my dad. One more for my mom. One more for Gino. One more for Aunt Donna. One more for Liam. One more for Lucy. One more for Natalie. One more for Natalie. One more for Natalie. One more for Nat. One more for... My pop-pop who's watching us do this. One more for Grandmama. One more for Deshaun. One more for the healthy fit. One more for Mel. One more for Casey. One more for Matthew. Another one for my brother Matthew. Another one for Gino since he did so many workouts. Here's one for Josh, because he loves when I say win wellness workout. Here's one for my Uncle Rebel. Here's one for Eric Tang. Mike Lucchino. Mark Seeger. Skin. Sam Toman. Rich Demley. Do these. Another for all our wives collectively and girlfriends. Another for Scuba Steve. Another for Greggy Kletzka. Another for Maddie Kletzka. Lori Kletzka. And all your kids. My cousin Artie. James. Another one for Sam Duncan. Another one for Sam Duncan. Your mom, Sue. Your dad, Tom. Your brother, Shane. This is for Stein. Ren. The whole Palmer rugby team, because my arm's gonna fall off. Rob Maloney. Kate Maloney. Your mom. Mama Parada. I love you, Mrs. Parada. That one's for you. Another one for my dad. All right. And this one is for everybody that we didn't mention. I wasn't counting. So we're going to do a shit ton on this side now to make up for it. Max Howler, man. There you go. Eddie, your pops, your mom. And more and more for the idea of everyone not relying on anybody else. You have other people in your life because you want to. You don't need anyone and you don't need anything. Nobody ever needs to do anything and nobody ever needs anything. No matter what the government tells you need to do, no matter what your superiors tell you need to do, no matter what people that are envious of you tell you need to do, you need to improve yourself. That's what it's all about. And anyone who loves you would want you to do that. They would want that for you. Okay? And if you improve yourself and you have love within you, being innately generated, and if not innate, at least endogenously generated, if you've acquired that capability over time, rather, then you can give that love to other people and you'll want to see them do well. That's what you want. My brother, I'm going to keep curling and talk about you a little bit. So, Chris Parada. It almost feels weird calling you that. Because you're just my brother, you know? Brother from another mother, baby. I've been looking for you, man. I've been trying to find you, but I found you right here. So many inside jokes. I mean, I could sit here and say a billion of them. But, Chris, one thing I've always respected about you, you don't care what people think of you. You just speak your mind. You really don't. You don't care. And you know, you're such a genuine person that, you know, when you talk, it's like your heart is talking. You know, it's like your mind is talking. And you've got nothing to hide, man. And you know, you've always been so true to yourself. You've been true to me as your best friend. I'm sure I could claim that title. But that's something I've always respected and admired about you. Other things, obviously there's a lot, but when I think of you, aside from our times now playing poker, be playing a lot of basketball soon, and you know, obviously playing sports our whole life growing up. Chris is a great athlete, man. If you don't know that about Chris, he's a phenomenal athlete. I mean, me and Chris, we'd play street hockey. It'd be like 2-on-8. We'd scrap them. Chris would stand at one goal, I would stand at the other. One play defense, one play offense. I give Chris mostly credit for the victories, but you know, whether it was hockey, basketball, soccer. I mean, we took Chris to the field to hit some baseballs one time. I don't even know if you remember this, but we took you there to hit baseballs one time. I think we were at Dickinson. I think the first pitch he cranked a homer. He never played baseball. But just a natural. Great. He picked up ping pong super fast. Everything. Any sport, Chris would be great at. He plays golf all the time. We got to go golfing. I've actually never gone with you, but you'd probably wax me, but maybe I'd learn something. And I know we'd have fun, so we got to just keep curling here because I feel like I did 900 on this arm, so we want to even it out. But I remember growing up, we'd be in the prehistorical swamp that we called an above ground pool. We'd be doing flips off each other into it. We play water soccer on the front lawn. I mean, again, I could sit here and talk for hours, man, but you know, I love you so much, and this workout, this last Wend Wellness workout, this was for you, and this last curl was for you too. All right, now, as for the story of Wend Wellness. What's up, Kippy? What up, Amethyst from Uruguay? Ray. This one's for Kip, and this one's for Ray. And Gina, you get one too. There you go. So, when Wend Wellness started, you know, the reason it all began was because COVID hit, right? And when COVID hit, now I never talked about this before because it's just been about giving you guys a good, effective workout you could do at home with no equipment every day. That's been different, by the way. You know, they've all been different. They've all been handwritten every day. It's taken me, it took a lot of work this whole year. It's taken hours every day. You got to come up with a new thing. I didn't copy anything from online. I didn't take it from any other trainers or anything. All self-made, just to be effective with no equipment, and 367 days straight, no two workouts are the same. Find another program that has even like 90 days of totally different workouts that require no weights. Find one that has 10 different workouts that require, you know what I mean? I mean, nothing else exists. Every day of the year you could do a different workout, and you don't need a trainer, and you don't need money, and you don't need equipment, right? And you don't need a lot of time. So in the beginning there were 24 minutes, 30 seconds, and now they've turned into 10 minutes, but they're, less rest time, more effective. We've gotten better throughout, and you've gotten better throughout. That's been the memo this whole time, right? Always improving. I mean, albeit I studied a lot at school and things like that, I got a lot of research in this year. I studied maybe more than I ever did in any school to, have messages every day and things like that. And, again, a lot of it was taken just from school, but, it took a lot of my time, but it bettered me. So, I'm thankful to you guys for allowing me to do that for myself. And I'm thankful that you were willing to use Wend Wellness to improve yourself. So everybody was winning. We were all getting better at the same time. It doesn't need to be, a give and take. It doesn't, everybody can just win, right? If we do things right. And so we're getting off topic, but let's get back to the beginning. So Wend Wellness started because COVID hit, and my Part 4 boards, after I had graduated, I was supposed to take them, a couple months after, they got canceled because COVID hit right after I graduated in February of 2020. Then they got canceled again. And then they got canceled again. So the point, after it was like the third time, I finally took them, I think it was like 9 months later, right? So I couldn't get a license to practice chiropractic. I had my doctorate of chiropractic, which, yeah, by the way, I'm a chiropractor. had the doctorate of chiropractic, and Natalie will be one in a few years as well. She's going to Palmer now too. Had the doctorate, waiting on the license from New York, right? So now, after I had paid to take everything, obviously passed that test, every test the first time. I can't afford to take stuff twice. I don't know how people do. And I was waiting on the license, right? So then more issues with the license, and they weren't getting back to me with emails. I've been still going back. I paid for everything. And it's still in processing, my license. Still in processing. So, we've had a lot of time for Wend Wellness, but, we're not going to stop working out ever. I mean, I'll work out for the rest of my life. I'll be that guy who's 96 in the gym, so you'll see me then. For those of you that have a lot of taurine, which promotes longevity, as we talked about one day. But, we'll keep working out in the gym every day. The gym I go to right now, I can't film any workouts in the gym, or else I would give you guys some stuff like that to kind of take it to the next level. But, we'll talk about some. Mostly now we're going to do educational videos for Wend Wellness. We're not going to stop. Wend Wellness is still going to be a consistent thing. It's just that's it for the at-home workout portion. All right, so I encourage you, if you've been on this track, to go back and if you want to go through the whole year again, shoot, do it. I mean, but you probably have some favorite days you like, that were really fun. One of my favorites was Halloween Hit. If you want to look at that one, I had a blast doing that. I had a blast doing so many. But, go back. You'll have a different one again every day of the year to do. Really, you just need a backpack, right? And on top of that, if you want to take it to the next level, if you're somebody trying to be a Division I athlete, if you're trying to be in great shape, you're trying to perform at a very high level in any way, you also need to go to the gym. We've said that throughout. I go to the gym every day on top of it. Some weeks take a day off or two and just do Wend Wellness. But it's pretty much been every day, at the gym. That's what it requires if you want to be a high performance athlete, okay? If you want to be in really good shape. Now, you could be fit just doing Wend Wellness. If you did it every day, sure, you could be fit, right? And healthy, yeah. Eating and sleeping and, right, are a huge part of that, as we've talked about so many times at Wend Wellness. But, again, I don't want you to think that, just 10 minutes a day is all you need if you're trying to do more than the next guy on a field. You know what I mean? What do you think they're doing, right? So there's no secret. Whoever puts in more work, they're going to do better, right? It's a pretty simple concept, but it's a very true concept. And, throughout this whole time, we've all been being told to, you're wearing a mask, and I'm not going to go on some anti-government reel. It's not where this is going, but I'm saying, we've been told to do all these things, get vaccinated, and you've been told to do all these things that, will prevent you from getting the virus, things like that. But you've never been told to just do healthy things for yourself. I mean, that's the most important thing, whether there's a virus out there or not, or anything going on, you should want to improve yourself. You should be being told to improve yourself. That's it. No BS. Just like I'm not asking you to just, buy stuff from me and, pay for every minute we put. No, I want you to not rely on me. You don't need me for anything. You don't need anybody for anything. That's what this is about. Full independence, okay? You don't need a trainer, right? You got a free one right here, and a doctor as well. So overqualified trainer. I've been happy to do it this whole time. But I hope that you've done enough workouts too, where you don't even need to look at another video. You understand how your muscles work. Maybe you've done some anatomy and physiology research in your own time, and with these workouts or whatever workouts you were doing, because I don't care if they were these or whatever you're doing, as long as you're improving your own health. Right? That's what it's about. And that's the memo with chiropractic too. We realign your spine. We put your body in a position in its most natural, thriving form so that it can do the best for you. I'm not doing anything. I'm just putting you in a position where your body can do the best for itself and work to its optimal potential. Okay? And it's the same with food and supplements and sleeping, everything, right? So, that's a lot. That's the memo. Again, it's been an absolute pleasure, you guys. And, like I was saying before, I hope you learned enough so that you don't even have to watch another video. You can go to the gym and you're like, I remember doing this on Wend Wellness, all right, it works this, maybe if I lift it this way, well, that would make sense. I could do it, use your head. If you understand how the things work, that's how we can make up every workout, right? Because you know exactly what muscles you're hitting when you do certain motions, okay? And if you know their origins, insertions, and things like that, it can even help, and it's fun stuff to learn. So do some research on your own time and improve yourself as much as you possibly can every day. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. We'll see you again tomorrow. And it's not going to be for an at-home workout, but we're going to talk about something. We'll probably finish up our discussion on vitamin D because we started a couple days ago and then we got sidetracked and excited about other things. But thank you guys very much. Fantastic workout, fantastic year, and Chris, my brother, you have a fantastic rest of your 32nd birthday. I love you. I love my whole family. You guys, everybody, have a good one. And we'll see you tomorrow. Happy Wend Wellness.